Hey everybody, I'm here with my new haircut. In this episode of the Coding Travelbug, I'm going to be taking you and actually going for surgery at a hospital in Thailand so you can get the whole process and find out the kind of good and bad and ugly of the process. I'll be digging into whether to use insurance or cash, the implications of that. I'll go over the actual procedure and I'll dig into some of the details of selecting hospitals and things like that. Before we get started, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notifications. And let's get started. Okay, so today is Sunday, the September 24th. I'm here in sunny Jomtien Beach, which is where I live. On Tuesday, I'm going to be going in for a umbilical hernia. So you know the umbilical cord, right? So a lot of men and women, but I think particularly men, a little bit of your inside pops out, which is aesthetically, it's not that bad. But, if you're dating someone, they like to poke it and it's not very comfortable, right? They look at it like a button. And I've had it for 20 years. It's never really caused me problems. It's not comfortable sometimes. You feel it sometimes. But a few days ago, last week, I was at the gym and I'm trying to get back into weights. You can't tell because I have no muscle on me. And I was just doing 7 kilograms standing up over my head. And which is nothing, right? But that was enough pressure to pop it out a little bit. And that's the first time it's really popped. So went to the hospital the next day. And the doctor said, indeed, you have a umbilical hernia, and told me about the operation. So that's kind of the background. The surgery I'm going to be getting is, there's 2 types you can get. You can get the older type, which is just, they're going to, an incision one, they're just going to cut you open. And then there's a laparoscopic one, which is a little keyhole surgery. They put a little cut on either side and they put cameras in. And since, I guess, the 80s, maybe earlier, they use mesh now. So they're going to put some mesh in there. So they'll sew up the hole. And the guy says in a week, I should be mostly healed. And in 2 months, I'll be able to, start working out properly again. So that's where we're at now. The procedure so far has been, we'll say 3 things. One, I had to look for what hospital, then I had to price shop, then I had to do my prep. And so I went to Jomtien Hospital first because it's close. And I've heard that it's associated with Bangkok Pattaya Hospital, which is probably the best in the area, also the most expensive. I went there, talked to the doctor, got some prices. Then I went to Memorial Hospital, which is also in Pattaya. It tends to cater to Russian tourists a lot, but they're a decent hospital. I went there, also did some consulting. The doctor at that hospital was great. They actually put me in an emergency because they thought, hernias, if they pinch, they can be dangerous. And he told me which surgery to get there. So you get laparoscopic if you can. He says you don't have to worry about it. Now the prices. Jomtien Hospital is for the regular surgery, the incision one, which takes longer to heal, higher possibility of infection, and maybe slightly less good outcomes, right? Still very good, but if you're going to have any problems, it's most likely with an incision. That's 140,000 baht. So that's pushing like 3,500, 4,000 US dollars. To get the laparoscopic one, you add another $3,000 on top of that. Right? It's instead of 120, 140, it's 220 bottom, 240 top. So in Memorial, they were quoting me at 400,000, which is a lot. That's like 12,000 US dollars. For what I think is a pretty standard surgery, I don't think it just seemed too much. Then one of my buddies, Graham, he suggested I contact Pattaya Sirachang. Pattaya, if you're in Bangkok and you have problems, Pattaya, P-H-A-Y-A-T-H-A-I, is always going to be a good choice to check. They're very decently priced. They have Western class service and really good outcomes. I mean, they have very good reputation, Pattaya. Pattaya quoted the same as Jomtien. And even though Pattaya might be a better hospital, it's also pretty far. And after surgery, I just want to be close to home. So I've decided on Jomtien Hospital, laparoscopic surgery. So that's going to run me about 240,000 baht. I had a choice of using my insurance. Now, when you're in Thailand long term, it's obviously a good idea to have insurance. It started with Bupa, which then became, I think, Aetna. Now it's Alliance Francaise. So they keep buying them out. This year they're asking me 77,000 baht. So that's about whatever, 2,200 US dollars for a year of insurance. If I don't use it, I get 10% of that back. Now it's jumped up quite a bit, well, $300 compared to last year because I'm getting older and whatnot. I never use it because I've got a high deductible and I really only have that insurance for two things: cancer, and if I have like something pops in my brain, like something truly serious. People live pretty long now on average. You got to assume you're going to live a long time. And if you use your insurance for something like this, you know, you're going to end up paying for that operation several times over in additional insurance payments over the years. So I've opted to do cash, which I feel comfortable with, right? I mean, I'm still working, so, right, got to spend your money somehow. One thing I would suggest, I tend to just do things without thinking sometimes, but probably people watching this who have got a little more head on their shoulders than I do will probably put in the comments, rightfully so, that you can actually go to Thai hospitals that have really high-end doctors. I'm not saying that the regular doctors in Thai hospitals aren't good. Sure, they're very good. But those ones who are working in the Western hospitals who have access to a little more cutting-edge technology and things like that, they have to, by law, do rotations in all these Thai hospitals. So if you happen to meet, for example, a doctor you like in a very expensive hospital, you can ask them, do you do rotations in any other hospitals? And if you can get an appointment with them there, it will literally be 50% less or even more. Because I'm pressed for time, because I have to go to Europe pretty soon, and I don't want to take any chances, I'm just going with it. But that option exists. A buddy of mine's did that with a heart thing he had. And he asked the doctor said, well, I do rounds on Tuesday at such and such hospital, also in the area. And my buddy went there and spent like a third of what it would have cost in another hospital. I won't say the name of the hospital. Just trying to think if there's anything I've forgotten. Oh yeah, one more thing. So I'm 60 now. And the older you get, obviously, the more concerned they are with surgery, because all surgery is dangerous. But as you get older, it gets considerably more dangerous. So, you know, I don't have any, I've got a calcification score of 0, you know, my heart. I've got, you know, pretty good statistics on my body, except for this gut that I'm carrying around. They check everything. I had to get x-rays, ECGs, blood work. What else did they do? Maybe just that? I don't know, but it felt like a lot. So that was about $100. But it's quick, you know, and then went for a coffee for an hour and a half, came back to get my results. They said, no, you're fine. All you're green everywhere, so you can go. Oops. So my goal then tomorrow is just to get as much work done as I can, get a good sleep. I got to be at the hospital at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. My surgery, I believe, is at 1 p.m. So on that note, that's the first stage of everything. Now you know where we're at. If you have any questions at all about stuff, please ask me. And I'll ask Dave or Graham, right? Because, you know, I'm not one of these sage gurus who knows everything about stuff. But if you ask any questions at all, I will find the best answer I can with people who have much better on-the-ground information than I do. Okay, so that's about it. I'll catch up with you guys in a few days, and I'll let you know what's going on. Till then. Okay, the day has arrived. I got my scrubs on. I got a private room here. I wasn't expecting that. This is at the Jomtien Hospital, which is right on Sukhumvit Road in Jomtien near Pattaya, Thailand. So the room itself is great. I had to do some kind of scrub first. There's the bathroom. It's very nice here. This nursing staff, everyone's so nice here. It's great. You've got kind of a nice view. The cost of this is going to be, I've already paid 100,000 down, so that's about 3,000 US dollars is what I've paid for the down payment. I think the total is going to be about 200,000. A little nervous, if I'm being honest, because it's general anesthesia. You know, I'm sure it'll be fine. I have good faith in medicine, and it's not like super critical surgery. So on that note, That's the details. I'll catch up with you guys after I'm done. Okay, good morning, everyone. Operation's done. It's now Wednesday, 7:44. They just brought me some breakfast here. Looks not bad. Got some scrambled eggs and stuff. View's pretty good. Nursing staff here in Jomtien Hospital were great. I mean, all night. One thing, okay, so quickly about the day. Prep was pretty easy. I got in my room, spent a bunch of hours here. Then they come and get you. Getting a little nervous at that point because, and then they say, okay, we're going to start. And, normally they count down or something, do something clever. No, I go, okay. And then I'm just looking up. And then next thing I know, I'm getting woken up. And I get very disoriented when I come out of general. So I was like, well, not where am I, but, but the pain, oh man, the pain was bad because you're all spasming at that point, right? For whatever reason. And if I seem a bit high, it's because I shot myself with some morphine like 20 minutes ago. But, this seems to get better and better as time goes on, obviously. The experience has been really good so far. Everything's very clean. Like the operating room was really quite, put me at ease. It was very modern and nice and clean. I'm meant to be checking out today, but I'm considering asking them if I can just stay one more night in here. I don't have anyone at home, right? So if I have to get up and I'm really struggling or anything happens, because I'm still pretty dizzy about stuff. Outcomes, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I'll try and do a follow-up in a few weeks and let you guys know how it all went. Hopefully your guts don't hurt as much. Ow, as mine do. That hurt even to laugh. All right, see you guys. Take good care. Okay, got a quick update. They brought me my lunch. The doctor was in to check things. Obviously, it's still painful, but it's getting better more quickly. I'm not quite as high because I only have morphine one shot in the last while. They're sending me home today, which I think seems to be pretty standard around the world. I was talking to my friend Angela back in Calgary. Even after her major operation, they sent her home the next day. So I guess I can't complain. I asked him about the operation, right? Because it is laparoscopic. There's really no scar. There's like 3 little dots. And I said, how big is the mesh? It's 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters. That's huge. That's a big chunk of real estate right on my stomach. So I did check to make sure it's not like metal because I don't, airports and stuff. Said it more of a joke, and he's like, what? I said, I'm joking. It's like, is it, will I have problems going through the thing? He's like, because, I'm in a Thai hospital. So people here all speak great English. The doctor speaks fluent English, but my stupid jokes usually people don't understand. So what I really need is these kind of things. I get it now why older people, they install this stuff because it makes such a difference when you're just a little bit mobility impaired. So, all right, lunchtime. See ya. Okay, so it's now been 2 weeks since my operation, and I thought I'd do a final check-in, and then I can get this video going. I'm back at the Rabbit Cafe in Dong Tang Beach in Jomtien. Very windy day today. I think it might be raining later. It's supposed to be a lunar eclipse tonight, September 7th here. So my results after 2 weeks, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how long it would take to heal up my hernia operation. I'm still feeling like there's one bit kind of top left of my belly button that just feels like ripped or something. I don't know if it's normal or not. But I went in last week. The doctor took a look at everything, said everything's healing up fine. So I have to wear my corset still until a couple more days. At a Thai hospital, my general feeling is I've always trusted Thai hospitals, right? Like it really is world-class care. It does depend where you go, but if you're up in Chiang Mai, there's Chiang Mai Ram, which is amazing. Any of the the Bangkok hospitals, there's Bangkok Pattaya, Bangkok Phuket, those things. They're usually very expensive, those hospitals. The one I went to is Jomtien Hospital, which is loosely associated with Bangkok Pattaya Hospital. And nursing, everything was great, right? I have no compunction at all. I'd highly recommend it. Price-wise, I looked at the list of stuff. And most of the price, most of that $7,000, I guess it was for, stuff you need in the operation. I mean, just that mesh alone, the unit price of that is over $1,000. Yeah, overall, I felt in good hands. I feel I'm healing nicely. I've had no complications so far. So, yeah, I think I'll be all right. I'm going to be in Europe. I'm aiming for October in Europe for a work thing. I cannot use the gym, he said, for probably 2 months before I can do anything serious at the gym with this, which is fine. By the time I get back to Europe, I can start easing back in. So I've got a cappuccino on the way here. I'm going to enjoy that. It's Sunday afternoon here. Here. Thank you. Cup. They have good coffee at Rabbit. Good everything, really. So that's it. That's it about the Thai hospitals. Highly recommend it. Don't worry at all about, I think, anything going wrong in a Thai hospital, anything more than any other hospital. Communication's not a problem for most cases because, the international hospitals have a lot of English speakers. And if you go to Bumrungrad, they have a whole section that's just for like Arabic speakers and things like that. I've got one short episode where I'm sitting here talking with my friend Mai from last week, who looked after me for a bit. And I think next up it'll be Europe, which is where I'm heading to next, probably in October. On that note, from the Coding Travelbug, this is Mike. You guys have a great day. As usual, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys who have been following, and I appreciate it. Don't forget to click the bell because I'm going to start doing some live broadcasts eventually on location at places. So then you'll get a ping and you can kind of see where I'm at and ask questions about places like that. I tried it in Da Nang. It worked okay, but I'll try it again. Okay, you guys have a great day. And yeah, all the best. Cheers. Thanks for flying along. Thanks for the support on my operation. So yeah. Have you guys seen the Stella commercial with Beckham and the other guy, the American actor? It's genius. Matt Damon. If you haven't, Google it. It's funny.